it's not going to look good. And they're going to be scrambling, and they're going to be giving y'all bullshit-ass excuses, because here's what's going to happen. They're going to be, the midterms are coming next year. And they're gonna turn around and circle it and circle it and spin it and spin it and spin it and say, yeah. And they're gonna hold all this shit back. And they're gonna fuck you again.
Hold on. I want to comment to somebody in the chat who said they just gave HBCUs $500 million.
No, they took it.
Oh, he said they gave.
No, they
took it.
They did.
You don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
They did that on Trump's. They did that on Trump's first term. That's probably what he's referring to. I think Trump gave a large lump sum of money to HBCUs in his first term. That's probably what he's talking about.
Yeah,
he didn't.
He did not.
The first time around, he announced money that was already
allocated. Right. And the money had been allocated under Obama.
Reallocated it away.
Right.
Just so we're
and
clear.
then he took the money that time. So this money was allocated, and he's taking the money back again.
But he made sure he got that follow up with the HBCUs, right?
That part. Right, because that's what he did the first time. Yes, that's the first time he did that shit. Right. This time he ain't got his master folks this time in the White House, because if you remember, his first termers ain't nowhere around. Diamond died and Silk ain't nowhere around, and all the rest of the step in the fetching, they all on X. But ain't none of them in the White House this time around. You don't see what's her name? None of them. Omarosa ain't around. None of them. And they didn't even bring a second set of them around. This time they got an ex-football player as the HUD secretary, right? But you don't see Ben Carson nowhere around at all. Period. Point blank. Full friggin' stop. Right. They brought it down to the minimum. They brought it down to the bare basics. Listen.
Reg. Can I ask, I want to say something. I know you, when you get on your spiel, you never stop, but I want to say something, and please don't interrupt me, okay? They announced today, all right? The Trump administration announced Monday that nearly $500 million in federal cuts will be redirected historically black college and universities and tribally controlled college and universities, okay? They took money from the Hispanic universities, all right? And
that's what I wanted to ask you about.
And they redirected the money to the HBCUs, all right?
What Hispanic colleges? Where's their Hispanic college?
That's what I wanted to
ask. You know what? I'm posting it in the chat.
The point is this.
Post it in the chat.
Wait, hold up, you guys. Let Rob finish his statement so we can figure out what he's talking about so I can look it up.
Here is the point.
How you doing, by the way? We know Ross, post it in the chat when you're done talking.
Oh, what's up, my boy? What's up?
I just posted it.
Okay, hold on, you guys. Hold on.
Yeah, fuck you too, Rose.
Give me a second, you guys. Okay, so let me know when I can jump in.
Not yet. Let me ask you a question, Lisa. Did you guys talk about the dude at Delta State?
No.
Okay. That was to Lisa. It wasn't to you.
Patient.
I just looked it up.
Wait, hold on, y'all, please. Let's just do some, because Haitian just dropped another. I got too much going on here. Can you just tell us what you're talking about? Because I have like 3 screens.
You guys, I've been out all day. But yeah.
No, I know. You saw what I put in Telegram. Don't be coming here.
I told you I was at. I messaged you where I had to go. Anyway.
You ain't told me nothing.
Okay, yeah. So,
go ahead.
the 21-year-old student found Delaware State on a tree or something by a pickleball court, and they're saying they don't think it's any foul play.
Oh yeah, they dropped that in politically correct, but that's on my list for tonight.
That's stupid.
Okay, so can I read what it says? Okay.
Okay, hold on, guys. I'm getting whiplash. So we're gonna talk about the guy that was found dead, hung, on the college campus. And then also we got to go to Elon Musk over in where the hell was he today? At some I think it was a Ku Klux Klan rally or some shit where it was like hundreds of thousands of people there, all white men. We got a lot to talk about. So now we got a whole nother subject that has been dropped, and this is about the HBCUs. I have an article up. If somebody wants to go ahead and get it, talk about it. If not, I have an article up. Let me know what's going on. Go ahead, Reg. You talking about the HBCU part
yes. Now? Okay, so I'm going to read it. Okay, so it says the Trump administration is redirecting $500 million in federal funding toward historical Black colleges and tribal colleges, one-time investment covered primarily by cuts to other colleges serving large numbers of minority students. The Education Department announced the funding boost days after cutting $350 million from other grants, mainly programs reserved for colleges that have large numbers of Hispanic students. Agency leaders said most of these grants were unconstitutional. They are available to only colleges with an amount of minority enrollment thresholds. The Education Secretary McMahon says these changes will redirect money away from ineffective and discriminatory programs toward those who support student success. The department has carefully scrutinized our federal grants, ensuring that taxpayers are not funding racially discriminatory programs, but those programs which will promote merit and excellence in education. The department is also redirecting about $60 million toward charter schools and $137 million towards American history and civil grants. President Trump in January issued the executive order and the agency to repurpose federal money towards charter schools and other school initiatives. It's the amount of one-time federal boosting of a 48% increase to HBCUs and doubles funding for tribal colleges, was what the department says. The department is flexing its power to repurpose discretionary fundings to match the president's purpose priorities, made possible through a stopgap funding through a bill passed by Congress this year that gives the executive branch more authority over spending decisions. Trump has long called himself a HBCU champion. During his first term, he added $250 million. This is what it says. I'm just reading it. This year, he signed an executive order that pledged in the White House with his advisory board and other support for HBCUs. The Education Department said the money comes from programs that are found not to be in the best interest of students and families, and it previously that other minority serving grants would be redirected to these programs that are not based and rely on racial quotas. The person familiar with this decision said the money will also be directed away from programs that support gifted and talented programs, magnet schools, international education, teacher training. Most of the programs would be zeroed out in Trump's 2026 budget request, said a person who was not authorized to discuss this decision and spoke to this decision in anonymity. Last week's cuts to Hispanic Serving Institution program reverses a decades of precedents. Congress created a program in 1998 finding Latino students were going to college and graduating at a far lower rate than white students. The department has also cut several other smaller programs for colleges that serve certain percentages of Asian American, Black, and Native students. The cuts drew swift blowback by Democrats who said that the programs have long had a bipartisan support and fueled social mobility for working class Americans. A memo in July from the Department of Justice. I'm just about to finish. A memo from the Department of Justice argues that the Hispanic Serving Institution and grants are unconstitutional. The department declined to defend the program suit brought upon the state of Tennessee and the State of Fair Admissions Anti-Affirmative Action Group. So apparently this is getting ready to go to court. That's all I'm going to say.
It's 107 HBCUs in the country. 500 billion divided by 107 equals up to about $4 billion.
How many did you say, bro? How many did you say?
107. 107.
No.
So y'all remember under the Biden administration, they had put they put $1 billion in education funding. What happened was back in June, remember we were talking about this shit. There was a pause on the education grants.
Mm-hmm.
So once that pause or whatever freeze was put on those funds, they ended up releasing them. So it's nothing new. This is something, I think the last date under the Biden administration would have been 2025. It all started Bush extended it. Obama did some other shit. Then so did Trump. Trump did some things as well. But Biden he infused a lot of money. And that money was put on pause. Period. Yeah, and this was back in June. So I don't know what's going on.
The HBCU money is not going to be touched. Like you read a lot of things, but it's not going to be touched.
Did you land, Fatty? Because I sure as hell didn't hear you.
I didn't land either. Okay, so that equals up to about 4.7 million per university. Just that's not doing nothing, honestly. $4.7 million per university if they even get it. So that 500 million is doing nothing. I landed.
Okay.
Biden gave $1.3 billion, and he didn't have to take it away from his back.
Okay, I got a little bit something. Oh, Jesus Christ, help me. I got a little bit. Ask Glorilla to come up, please. I got a little bit more. Glorilla? Yeah, come on, y'all. Come on, let me just do this. So let me do this here. This is a little bit shorter for you guys, and she's putting it where the goats can get it. So we always got to rely on a black woman.
No.
Hold on. Let me go back. Hold on.
Education just decided to
Jesus Christ here. All right. Let me see if I can do this. All right. One more time, y'all. Give me a minute, please.
So, y'all tell me how the Department of Education just decided to snatch $350 million away from minority-serving schools like HBCUs, HSIs, and more. So these schools that depend on this money to keep programs running, students supported, and teachers trained are just in shock. And you want to know what the excuse is? They're calling the funding rules quotas and saying it's unconstitutional. Baby, please. These weren't no quotas. This was money that paid for science labs, tutoring, first-gen support, and resources that keep our kids in school instead of dropping out. And yes, they left behind about $132 million that's locked in by law, but let's be honest. In its totality, y'all, that's small money. Yeah. You're taking away $300 and something million. Meanwhile, the big-name schools with billion-dollar endowments just keep on eating. And HBCUs got to figure out how to stretch nickels into dollars. So, y'all tell me how.
That's it, y'all. So that's
but we do it. We do it though.
Yeah, you do.
Bonnie will.
You know what's crazy? Biden had the I know we've talked about this too. Y'all don't remember Biden had Department of Education send out 16 fucking letters to 16 goddamn governors saying where's the fucking HBCU money? Because the fucking HBCUs are being underfunded. A lot of them are under, what is it, y'all? Them grants, what do they call it? Land grants? Some shit. White land grants.
There was land grants.
Something like the land grants.
And it's all these motherfucking schools' money. And somebody in the chat talking about $0 or 4.12.
They have to
Pay them their motherfucking money. Black Brandy.
A lot of
You black as hell and got the nerve to say that shit.
They have
Patty. Just for example, Prairie View A&M University in Prairie View, Texas, was built on what was once a slave plantation. That's how a lot of them were built on.
All right,
And
we
they
know what
still
land
owe
grant
their
college.
money.
We know what land grant college is being. All right, we know that. Patty, you just said that. Patty, you just said that. So, unless someone can tell me differently, the monies that were allocated under the Biden administration, the Harris and Biden administration, that money is already earmarked. So Trump cannot take that back. All right. Under this Trump administration, they cut $500 million from HBCUs, but they found $500 million elsewhere. All right, in the budget. All right, to compensate for the $500 million.
What are you talking about? They froze the money back in June.
They stole the money from other minority colleges to take the money and reset it. That doesn't make sense. I literally
Okay, maybe they
read
released
the article.
money. I don't fucking know.
You're not even listening.
Listen, that's not how it works.
Oh my God! I literally read it to you that they took the money and literally said that the minority programs were not working. Lisa literally played the tape for you of it. You're not even listening. Yeah. Literally, Lisa played the tape for you, explaining to you that. Oh my God.
Sir. Dollars don't disappear. They just go from A to B. They took them from A and moved them to B.
Exactly. So why don't you explain that to her? Explain that to her.
I'm explaining it to you. They took them from where they were and moved them to another area. Why did they do that?
And it's not an extra $500 million. It was $500 million that was taken away and then put back.
That part. So you didn't give nothing to nobody.
So the point is, so
you
what?
didn't give nothing to nobody.
So you're back to where you started.
You're not back to where you started. You literally stole from one set of minorities to give to another set of minorities.
You're back to where you started.
You steal from one set of minorities to give to another set of minorities? Make that make sense.
No, Rez, not only that.
I'm going on you.
Rez, you steal from a minority, right? Then you pay them back by stealing from another minority.
Exactly my point, Haitian. Exactly my point.
It's the same
what
dollar
sense does that make?
that's traveling. Like,
I'm gonna come slap a nigga and I'm gonna pay him back with
right. I'm gonna slap you, nigga, and then guess what? I'm gonna take that slap back and then I'm gonna slap you back. What are we talking about? What?
Like, he really cut me off when I was talking about the history of Prairie View A&M University to say something that was
okay. Tell us about Prairie View.
Brother, we know the history of the Lone Land Grant College in the U.S.
Yeah, Lone Land Grant College.
So let's talk about the history of the land grant. Let Rob go ahead and go on mute. Because Rob's going to explain to us the history of the land grant.
Slave plantation.
What's the history of the land grant?
It's so funny because I'm a TSU graduate, but you know.
What's the history of land grants, Ross?
He went to TSU.
I didn't go to HBCU.
Hey, let Ross tell us the history on land grants.
Oh, y'all Google it. All right, we don't need a history 101. Black History 101.
So the Morale Act. Okay? The problem with this land grant shit is these white schools always had fucking. They've always had fucking land.
Thank you.
And what happened was they said we got to get these Negroes out of our area because some of them are fucking going to school. So they fucking granted a piece of land for niggas to go to school. And now they still robbing fucking HBCUs. And it's crazy that Segregation Joe, whatever the fuck y'all want to call him, had to fucking send a letter through his Department of Education to say, get these motherfuckers their money back. 16 fucking governors. And guess where the fuck they from? The South.
Not too much on the South.
Oh yeah, we can put a lot of.
I don't mind the rivalry we have.
Alexander, hey, coming up, sweetie.
I don't mind the rivalry we have. When it comes to
look, we got hold up, wait. You got to chill. This ain't the place for brother.
What? I
This ain't the place for it. Y'all just lost the Labor Day Classic. Chill. This ain't.
Yeah, by 1 point, bitch.
Okay, so what I need to say here is that Mike P, you can come upstairs and we can have this conversation, and it will just be a conversation. We're not gonna be hollering and screaming back and forth, because I can't take medication nor drink, and I'm just like, Jesus Christ, I need something. This here, if you people on the right, and especially the ones that claim to be Black, if y'all don't see the destruction of your community happen before your eyes, I don't know what else to tell you. We started off with Memphis. No. Let's back up. We started off with Los Angeles. Then we moved on to DC. Okay, when he was in LA, it was all about the Hispanics. Then we moved to DC, it's still about the Hispanics, but it's in the Black neighborhoods. I guess the Hispanics are in the Black neighborhoods or whatever. And then he threatened Chicago and calling Chicago the most dangerous city in the world. Now he's moving on to Memphis, and he said, y'all savages. You heard him say it. I'm not going to replay it. Go listen to it for yourself. And then now, in the background, he is cutting everything that has to do with you. Everything. He's going into the goddamn museums because they don't want to see slavery. We don't want to hear nothing about slavery. But we're going to talk about the Holocaust till our fucking lips fall off. Then, after that, now cutting, he cut a DEI program from his out. Now we're talking about taking money away from HBCUs. I mean, I don't know when you write MAGA Republicans, what in the fuck? You just keep on wanting to lose. You think you're going to be able to stay on the plantation while, like I said, the two coastals, we should just divide ourselves up. Coast, West Coast, East Coast, and let the middle belong to all y'all, and you could be on your plantation with your excuse me, everybody who's not in the room, who's not Black, your white masters. Because I don't understand how you can be typing in the chat talking about we begging, all this kind of bullshit like that. I ain't begged for a fucking crumb my entire fucking life, okay? And for everybody else who think we're begging, you don't have a fucking clue. All these other places are getting money constantly. From Elon, he's on the list for tonight too. He's on the menu all the way fucking down. But when it's time for us to have money coming that we should be getting because we're citizens of this country, going into the HBCU universities, and you all don't want to do reparations, the least you could do is fund some darkies' educations. It's just crazy as hell. And we're begging. No one's bet shit. Somebody said the HBCUs are accustomed to making $1 out of 15 cents. Well, now you're going to have to make $1 out of half of a penny. So I don't even know what in the fuck you guys need to understand what is going on. And you, my friend, regardless of the fact that you think that you above all this, you over in the gated communities and bullshit like that, for you to think that it's not going to creep up and affect you is crazy. But then you're looking over your fence and laughing at everybody else. Pretty soon you're going to get eaten from the inside of your fence out. You're tolerated right now, as it seems. You're tolerated because we got white men in Hermosa Beach, or was it the other beach city?
Huntington Beach, I got you.
Yeah.
Huntington, baby.
It was one of the 8 cities, one of the HB cities. Fight. Fight what?
In the whitest of white beaches, okay?
Right. Exactly. Fight who? Fight what? You have everything. Just by the fact that your skin color is white, you are already 10 steps ahead of everybody else, if not more. So I'm reading the chat and I'm just like, all right. Y'all got it, because I'm on a soapbox, and let me just step down for a minute, and because this is really ridiculous that these universities were created for a reason. The White House, I'm reading this article here, despite the efforts in the White House larger campaign to eradicate anything resembling diversity, equity and inclusion dean programs. Trump has shown interest in both terms in supporting historically black colleges and universities, institutions created during Jim Crow era to serve black students denied education elsewhere that are now open to pupils of all races. So he's trying to take money from, you guys have seen others at HBCUs. Y'all, come on now, you got the damn near trip over them. There's a doctor I was working with, and he shocked the shit out of me when I was running my mouth again. And he is not black. He's not even brown. He told me he went to Howard in undergrad. I almost fell off my stool. Okay? Now he's making money in a white neighborhood. And there y'all in that office coming in to get help and discounts or whatever the fuck. Okay?
They go there on scholarship.
Yeah.
They do as minorities. I'm going on mute.
I'm going on mute too. Y'all can jump in.
The minorities, well, the way there were like two that went to each school in around the four schools in the complex of schools that I went to. So it wasn't that many. I guess they're very good about like limiting that, but it was one white girl and the rest were Asians. So I mean, I don't really have a problem with eight students out of four schools.
They do that. But like, if you look at a school like Texas Southern University, where their pharmacy school is full of Asians and shit like that, they don't do good at putting locks on their doors.
Ooh, hello.
Well. I will say I don't. There's a double-edged sword.
Wait, who just said that?
So there's a double-edged sword with that because like Tuskegee is also one of those schools, but I don't know what Southern's if that's like pharmacy is like
Texas Southern.
Well, since you want to talk something, what's their specialty?
Can I say something?
No, Texas Southern is not Southern.
Can I say something?
What's their specialty?
A law school and a pharmacy.
Pharmacy and law, yeah.
Okay, so Tuskegee, which is where I originally went, their specialty is veterinary medicine.
That's why I'm from TU.
Whoever
said that, hit me up.
All the students that come there, like if you are a veterinarian on this side of the country, you go through that school, and it has put Tuskegee way up on especially for veterinary medicine is like number one. So I think that's kind of a good thing because it makes white people have to come through there to even get their degree. So I don't know if that's bad.
No, I was just taking a shot at him because he went to Rutgers College.
Let me say this.
He's not accounting for the white people. He's just saying that these colleges are getting these grants illegally. Hold on. I gotta go. My thing is frozen. Did I say that you were?
Under the Obama administration, HBCUs receive
Whoever said that, I went to Barbara Jordan, Mickey Leon.
Roy, this thing on? Hey, can you hear me talking, man?
We could hear you, Ralph. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Under the Obama administration, HBCUs receive $4 billion. That's over his total administration. All right. The 2024 budget for HBCUs is like $1.2 billion. All right. Trump is not cutting that. He's not cutting that. What he did is he's redirected money from MSI, minority service institutions, all right, which is a different category than HBCUs. He's directing money from those programs, and he's giving it, and on top of the $1.2 billion that was already earmarked for HBCUs, he's adding another $500 million to that, okay? All right? Okay? So get the facts. Thank you.
You still on there? We had moved.
He is. He's dipping into that. So.
Son of a bitch.
It's very likely that those HBCUs won't actually get the money. So, sorry, I just wanted to interject this, and I promise I'll get off y'all stage and go to bed.
No, you can stay as long as you want.
One of the things to know is there are loopholes to this money. So if y'all remember, when they cut all the DEI programs, one of the things that the White House created was a special office that reviews any money that leaves the federal government in the form of grants and things like that to these institutions. And one of the things that you have to have is your legal department has to sign off that there is no DEI covert or outright policies being put forth at your institution. And if there are, you could lose the money and it will prevent you from getting government money in the future. And in some cases, it could lead to disciplinary actions against the person that signed off on that as they were like forging documents. So with that loophole in place, that's how they're keeping different organizations from actually getting the money. And so this money that is going towards HBCUs would be considered that, and they would have to sign off on something very similar. So ultimately, they would have to open up their universities to everyone and make sure they are showing that this money is going to as many non-Black students as Black students, even though their populations are going to be largely Black. It's going to be difficult for them to prove that. So just wanted to let you know some of the loopholes that the government has put in place. And that's why you saw so many organizations get rid of their DEI departments. And so they're going to do the same thing in the universities.
So get the facts. Could you imagine a HBCU history class not teaching about slavery in America?
Hello? Yeah, can you imagine? Can you imagine?
I could not, because that was part of the reason why I chose to go to HBCU, because I wanted to know the real history. I wanted to learn from those kind of professors. But that's why I chose Prairie View and not TSU, because it's like an actual real school.
Your mama.
Monique shared something in the chat.
You went to school in motherfucking Arkansas. Prairie View, Arkansas, and all damn places. You went to Prairie View because you couldn't get in no other damn place. Come on, bro.
You went to Rush?
Okay. She actually had.
Go ahead, Denise. Go ahead. Y'all two and your both your little raggedy colleges. Go ahead, Denise.
I just wanted to piggyback on what Tiffany's saying. Another thing that they'll do is they'll slow walk the payment. I've said this like for years on this platform, how the federal government is behind in payment to the land grant institutions that are HBCUs for over like trillions of dollars. And these HBCUs have had to sue the state government, because when it gets allocated from the federal, it'll go through the state, and it'll be up to the Board of Governors to decide how it's allocated and when it's allocated. And you have schools like Alcorn State that was locked into over 20 years to get the millions that they were owed. So they'll slow walk it, and by the time the government and the Supreme Court rule to say that they owe it, I mean, it doesn't even it's not even a drop in the bucket by the time they get it.
Ms. Johnny, I don't know if we're talking about the same thing, but in this state, South Carolina State, the Supreme Court of South Carolina just said that South Carolina State owes, South Carolina owes South Carolina State University, which is an HBCU in South Carolina, $500 million. And I don't know.
Can you not cut him off and let her finish? You just
he's okay. It's all right. Go ahead.
All right, I apologize, but I just want to get it. I think we're talking about the same thing. You're right. These states get the money and then they can kind of like slow walk the money. And I think in South Carolina State University's case, I think South Carolina has been slow walking the money, but the state Supreme Court has said, listen, you owe these people, or you owe the institution $500 million. So you're gonna pay up. That's all.
Yeah, like a quick example with Alcorn State. Alcorn State won a $500 million settlement in Mississippi. It took them 27 years of litigation to win that lawsuit. And they didn't win it. They sued this lawsuit started in 2002. It didn't get settled until 2022.
Have they received the
27
money?
years of a lawsuit to get $500 million.
Did they actually get the money in their hands yet, or they still slow walking it?
They're still slow walking it, but they won in 2022, but it took them 27 years.
I feel you, and you know what? Texas Southern needs a lawsuit like that because they don't even have a football stadium on campus. They got to play at the soccer stadium.
Hey, you already. Hey, why stop bringing us up, bro?
Oh yeah, you know we can't even. We'll be talking about y'all broke schools all night. Shout out to
Stop naming us.
Okay, so listen, welcome. Y'all ain't got no soccer field, got Gopher homes.
No, we got what we need.
Okay. Yeah, I bet. Okay, but you need so much more.
Yeah.
Okay, so welcome back, Alexander. Alexander's on the stage, our OG Alexander Day One. I don't have any songs, except for the Welcome Carter song that I don't want to sing.
A welcome back song. You want to play welcome back song?
Hey, Alexander. I said that's what I said. Welcome Carter. Shit, that's the only one I know. But okay, so yeah, you guys say hello. Then I wanted to say this. Oh, look who snuck in late class.
There's a poll at the top. It says, "Has dummies on Clubhouse turned your rain into Jello?" It's yes.
No, you need to change that. Has dummies on Clubhouse turned you into an alcoholic? That's what you need to match them. I'm up in here drinking, damn way, drinking, smoking. Okay, come on now, you're Jello. Yeah, they need to go eat some goddamn Jello. Get off that liquor. Get off that bottle. Put that bottle down. That's what you need to do.
I feel like you taking shots at me.
I didn't mention anything. I didn't even think about you. Trust me. You're not the first thought that came to my head when I said alcohol. Okay, so let me do this. We're trying to get to Elon because Elon, what is going on here? Y'all letting all these people just run over y'all. Elon is talking crazy. Does anybody have anything from Elon from X about you know what, about you know who? And April, you're late because we were talking about Tennessee and hey, everybody named Mama.
Listen, I didn't know it was a clock in over here.
Oh, girl, the room went over 3 minutes and then went off. So all we had to do was say Trump was sending troops to Memphis, Tennessee.
Oh, girl, yeah.
You still here?
The strip clubs are letting the National Guardsmen in free. So
I know you fucking lying.
Just bring it
I'm not worried
coming in here
about
with
that out there.
I know you fucking lying. Oh, child. Not P Valley in Memphis. Okay.
Absolutely.
And if one of your parents doing discounts back in the day,
I'm just telling y'all, they ain't gonna be out there patrolling those streets. They're gonna be patrolling something else.
Right about that.
They don't leave with herpes.
Well, it's gonna be what it's gonna be.
They're gonna need some active duty time to get that TRICARE money. And look,